Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Appreciate you tuning in. Today, we are going to talk about a number of things. We've got some great videos from Not Financial Advice to Vandell from Black Swan Capitalists and many others. So if you're new to the channel, we're going to talk about cryptocurrency and the new financial system here. And before we jump into that, let's take a look at the prices. Bitcoin continues to hover around 57,406. Ethereum sits at 2,344. Solana 132, and XRP sits at 53 cents. So not a lot of movement here. Again, hopefully we'll see some more serious movement as we move towards the end of the month and get into October. Let's jump into some great videos here. The first one's coming from Metal Lawman, who says, guess who terrifies at Senator Warren the most? It's the many Kamala Harris supporters out there, like at Scaramucci and at Mark Cuban, who support at Deaton for Senate. Listen to the mooch absolutely demolish Warren in 42 seconds flat. Take a listen. Do me a favor, put your comments in the comment section. Hit the like and subscribe button, as it certainly helps the channel. Take a listen. Let me know your thoughts.
And I find her to be absolutely repulsive and absolutely hypocritical. And I said in Davos that her and Gary are the axis of regulatory evil. They literally have decided that Scott Melker may have made some money. I always tease Mike Novogratz. I said, it's really you, Nova, because you made over $1 billion with this shit. And she knows you personally, and she's very upset about that. She's literally the type of person that doesn't like to see rich people get richer, and a result of which she's willing to close down a product that would help the people she's supposedly advocating for. And I find her to be absolutely repulsive and absolutely.
Okay, so there, Scaramucci goes hard at Elizabeth Warren, and for good reason. She tells a lot of tales and doesn't back them up. So, especially as it relates to the crypto industry. Let's take a listen to a discussion here. Bitcoin News quotes Mara CEO says, as soon as the banks in the U.S. are able to custody and central collateralized Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin will explode. And as of now, the banks cannot hold Bitcoin because they'd have to have one-to-one backup for that, and that's not how the banks currently operate. So we are waiting for regulations to hopefully change that to where they can hold Bitcoin on their balance sheets. But take a listen.
There are only 21 million Bitcoin. There never will be more Bitcoin. When people want to acquire something, it has to go up in price, just like when an artist dies, right? People pay $3 million for some spray paint on bricks in a place in London because Banksy says he did it, right? So don't give me a story about there's no value to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is valuable because people believe it's valuable. That's the only reason the dollar has value. It's because everybody in this room thinks the dollar has value. Bitcoin as an asset class is the perfect asset. It's hard money. And that's something I believe you'll see. Countries hold Bitcoin. You'll see more and more companies like Mara, like MicroStrategy, like lots of other companies hold Bitcoin. You'll see financial institutions hold Bitcoin. And as soon as the banks in the US are able to custody and collateralize Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin will explode.
Well said.
Great to hear. Good stuff there from the Mara CEO. Here is one from Digital Asset Investor. I don't know exactly who this woman is, but she talks about currencies being backed by something, and Digital Asset Investor here says gold-backed stablecoin, the holy grail. I wonder what country will do it first. Take a listen to this clip. Good stuff. And again, comment in the comment section, letting me know how you feel about this.
You could argue that the original stablecoin was the Bretton Woods Agreement. Go with me here. The dollar was pegged to a fixed value of gold, and other currencies were pegged to the dollar. The primary difference between the Bretton Woods Agreement and the proposed stablecoin being their underlying assets that they derive their value from. Gold being a true store of value, whereas the US dollar is obviously not. It's at the mercy of government spending and geopolitical risk. Hence the reason that we've lost over 25% of our purchasing power in the last 5 years. The other thing we can learn from this is how the Bretton Woods Agreement ended. Gold convertibility was suspended.
I have directed Secretary Connally to suspend temporarily the convertibility of the dollar into gold or other reserves.
So the United States was able to keep what gold it had, whereas the rest of the world was stuck with US dollars that really had no value. There was a perceived value because everyone kind of had to keep using them, but they were stuck in a system that chipped away at their purchasing power. Of course, the true wealth in this example was gold. And if all of these countries had held tremendous amounts of gold to begin with instead of USD, they would have protected their wealth instead of being left with a made-up currency. And this exact scenario is why everyone needs to own physical gold today. I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't trust that the Federal Reserve or the US government has my best interest at heart. I don't believe that they want me to protect my wealth outside of the system, because then that means that I have power. If you protect yourself with gold, they can't devalue it in the same way. They can't quietly confiscate it through taxes and inflation.
Ido Farina, XRP. He says XRP Healthcare has just integrated artificial intelligence. At XRP Healthcare is one of the most promising projects on the XRPL ledger, working at the intersection of healthcare, blockchain, and AI, three booming industries. So take a listen here.
XRP Healthcare integrates AI. So XRPH keeps innovating, and now it's another section of real-world utility. You can visit the page xrph.ai and also the new website, which is actually xrphealthcare.ai. It's the first healthcare project that is integrating anything similar, so it's absolutely innovative. You can ask any sort of questions related to healthcare. For example, how to get rid of chronic pain. You just tap enter and that's going to generate you an answer related to your question, and that's all about healthcare. So if you are not paying attention to XRPH, well, I definitely recommend you to have a look at the website. It has been redesigned. XRPH magazine. So it's my favorite project on the XRP ledger, and it has its own unique magazine, and you can actually order your copy of the magazine and you can pay using the unique token XRPH. So it also adds more utility to the token. Have already the XRPH prescription saving cards. It's accepted in more than 68,000 pharmacies across the United States. XRP Healthcare has headquarters in Africa as well. If you're not paying attention to XRPH, you're gonna regret in the future, I promise you. It's an intersection between AI, healthcare, and blockchain. So absolutely innovative. It's live today. Absolutely huge news. I definitely recommend you to check the website. So thank you, everyone.
Good video there from Ido Farina XRP. Give him a follow. He has some great videos out there. Speaking of a great video, and this guy does terrific videos, not financial advice, .crypto. And this one is in regards to XRP. He says why I don't believe XRP FUD. So let's take a listen here.
Considering everything we know about Ripple, their purpose, what's at stake, who's involved, and what they're trying to accomplish, and considering the world's a stage where social media creates the ability to socially engineer people with artificial narratives, could certain narratives we perceive as naturally occurring actually be part of an overall strategy? Could this idea be applied to the timely FUD that surrounds Ripple and XRP? There's just so many partners outside of Ripple that have interest in this company, the United Nations, WEF, and IMF, the parents of the SDGs, to name a few. It would actually make sense that a nuanced PR plan would include an evolving strategy for keeping sentiment balanced around this future tech. They would at least try. And since I've been seeing a ton of FUD narratives surrounding XRP lately, I thought this would be a good time to explain why the FUD, which stands for fear, uncertainty, and doubt, doesn't get to me anymore. And why, to me, many of it feels artificial or designed to discourage retail investors, which is us, from buying this chosen token at low price levels in the short term by introducing ideas engineered to cause uncertainty. Remember, you can't believe the world's a stage and then excuse a future powerhouse of global digital payments connected to the playwriters themselves from participating in staged narratives. That wouldn't make any sense, right?
Great video there from notfinancialadvice.crypto. I am definitely on board with him. Again, that doesn't mean, price is going to go up anytime soon for XRP, but they have too many connections to just ignore. So moving on to Good Morning Crypto. They say, Justin, UK officially introduces bill to legally recognize cryptocurrencies, NFTs, and tokenized real-world assets as personal property. It all starts in London. Is this the beginning of a global crypto regulation? And then he posts an article there that says the UK government introduced a bill to Parliament touching on the legal status of digital assets, including crypto, non-fungible tokens, NFTs, and tokenized real-world assets. So I won't read the rest of it there, but good stuff there from Good Morning Crypto. So that's it for today, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Do me a favor as I try to grow this channel, hit that like and subscribe button, and we will see you on the flip side.